Okay, with the Phrygian minor arpeggio starting on the 3. Okay, so it'd be, now this is a difficult one for me to play because I'm way up here. So it'd go 3, 3, 5, 3, 5, 7, 3. Okay, so it's E, G, B, up to E again. Now we skip over to this box. We got an easy chord to play here. All right, that's the arpeggio. 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. Now, so you're playing along. You want to play some. You know, something like that, and you want to do something over that. You do an A shape. Sorry, I messed up my A shape. Wow, that really strained my finger. Okay, so that's what's going on here. All right, so it was important. There's the A shape. Remember, A is one pentatonic scale letter above the G minor substitution. All right, so you know it's important to understand that when we're starting an arpeggio of any kind from the bottom string and going towards the fret nut, you're gonna be pretty much starting in a G shape. It's either going to be major or minor. Talking about the modal arpeggios. So with root, it starts on the root. It's going to be a major. Okay, and that's going to fall into an E shape right up here on that root, moving to the right. Okay, so it'll be like all right. There's no substitution for a major pentatonic scale. All right, so it's just E is right there. But it's important to recognize that next door to E is our G major box. So this part of the arpeggio is going to be in G. As you know, G has that from down here. G has these two notes down here. It's the first two notes you got to grapple, right? All right. So there, it gives us the fourth string because we've been doing that the whole lesson. But you know, you wouldn't recognize these more subtle intervals. So up here in the E box, we've got what happened. This is the top part of the arpeggio that started from an octave above that. Okay, but here's the arpeggio itself. Now this is just mirror image, right? So it's the same thing, carbon copy. R3, 5, root 3. Remember, E and G are like this, like that. So you get the same thing here. So you can either play in the box. Now, if you wanted to do an arpeggio staying in the E box, you could do that. Or you could just do an E pentatonic, leaving out the 6th and the 2nd. So it'd be like, oops, that's not in there. Okay, these top 3 are cool. All right, and this is a nice little first inversion up here in the E shape. You know, people will tell you to memorize that, and you don't have to. you just do the pattern. So for instance, looking at this right here, all right, you got the root, and you're gonna do, the root's gonna go to the third to the fifth, right? But you don't want to go past that fret nut, so you could take this one to the fifth. Then from there, you just continue the pattern. Warp, like that, and you get that anyway. There's your E box. Sorry. Alright, the G box gives you the major part of the arpeggio, and then it travels into the A box here. Okay, so you can practice the arpeggio from the bass string. I suggest you do that because of the put the pattern through the warp. So let's look at it again. Major third, minor third, perfect fourth, now a major third but warped up. Now back to a regular minor third, like that. Or you can try to do this whole box. If you do the whole box, all right, I mean, it's easier to just travel up the guitar as you're playing, but if you want to stay within the same box, it would be something like, and what might make that easier is follow the pattern up to the root. All right, now when you go to the third, it's going to warp over. Now you want to stay in the box, so just, hey, I can't go get that third, I'm going to stay in the box. So just do it on the same string. And then continue the pattern. Fifth to the root's going to be a fourth. Or if you want to play just over it. The thing is, that pentatonic is going to add the second and the sixth, which sounds nice. So if the whole song's in the key of C, you know. Alright, that open C was a little kind of wobbly there. That's what happens when you down tune your guitar. But I don't like it tuned up to E too much. Alright, so we got to move along here. We got, you know, we have, let me talk about the Tri-Pentatonic boxes here. These are pretty much extended cages. So if you look at the normal C cage, that's not going to change. The whole three are all in there. So your C pentatonic, your E-shaped F pentatonic starting on the fourth, fifth, sixth root, 2, 4, 5, 6, warp over for the stack of 3 short, 4, 5 there. That's there, and then the G-shaped fifth pentatonic is there. Like this, 3, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, and then you warp over the 7 from the S3L, right? Which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 R2, but now it's warped over. And then you start another S2L here, 3, 4, 5, and up here in no string land would be 6, 7 root. But when you get to the other cages, then when you do the Tri-Pentatonic, A-shaped, okay, A starts on the fifth because when you play an A on your guitar, the E becomes the fifth. So you've got 5, 6, root 2. Now we're not doing the 7 yet because we're doing the A shape. Where did that 7 come from? That 7 comes from the E shape. And that 7 is also part of a diatonic scale. So these are the diatonic scales. This is why it'll expand. This 4 comes from the D shape, not the A shape. A shape, strictly pentatonic, is just, okay, but then you get the D shape, that's your F way out there, and then the E shape